What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the Pursuit of Profits episode number 2. I am super excited for this. We're going to actually do like a little bit of a series inside the Pursuit of Profit, and this series is going to be all on backtesting because I know when I first started trading, I always wanted to see somebody backtest so I could kind of follow along with them. So I kind of wanted to deliver what I used to want to see, and then also it helps me out personally, just gaining confidence in my strategies. So anyways, what I'll be using is I'm going to be starting off, I probably will jump into FX replay at some point, but I want to give this a try. I got this recommended to me. It's called Traders Casa. It's actually a free software for backtesting. You can do a lot of data on here. There is ads, so if you don't want the ads, you got to pay for those to be removed, which I did. It's like $4 or something, so it's super cheap. But basically, it's just another backtesting software, and I'm just going to be doing, each video is going to be 1 week, so 5 trading days of backtesting, and we're only doing New York AM sessions, so no PM session. Maybe I'll do PM session another time, but only AM session. And then, unfortunately, with this software, I've noticed that when I go and do, since I'm trading inversions, inverse fair value gaps, sometimes it skips too far ahead. So I'm going to be journaling and writing down my P&L in Notion, because if it does jump ahead, I'll be like, well, I want to get in on this trade, but I can't technically get in on the app here because it jumped ahead. You guys will see what I mean once we jump in. So yeah, you'll see what I mean when we jump in, but I'll be tracking all my data through Notion, which is going to be fine. There's no difference. It's just manual tracking it, and then we'll just go from there. So pretty much what I did is I just got all of this written up on Notion. I'm actually going to do a calendar view as well so that we can kind of see it, just like my trading notes. And then basically what we'll do is you just add a pair, which we're only trading NASDAQ, and then you just do the rest of it. So anyways, let's just jump right into this. So we're going to go into the back testing, start a new session here. This session will be IF inversion, basically. Start with 50,000. Why not? 50,000. We'll do NAS 100, and I'm just going to go all the way, because we can go all the way to 2011. Let's just go all the way to 2020. We'll do January 1st, 2020. Or actually, we'll do January 6th of 2020, just because these first 3 days are in the mid of the week. So that's what we'll do. January 6th, 2020. And then description doesn't matter. And then we can jump right into this. First things first, what I'm noticing on the daily time frame is we have these relative equal highs here. So I'm going to mark those relative equal highs out. Will they be hit? I don't know. We are looking more bearish. There is relative equal lows down below. They're fairly equal, but not quite. But these I definitely want to see taken out at some point. We are bullish. You can see we're respecting this bullish fair value gap. So we are a bit more bullish on the daily. The daily is looking like it's dropping though. The 4-hour time frame is definitely looking a bit more bearish. We are in this 4-hour fair value gap right here. So we're in this 4-hour fair value gap. We do have this gap here, and we have just swept these lows out. So longs don't look too bad right now. We do have this 1-hour fair value gap, so if I was to take a long, I'd want to see maybe a sweep of the low and then a push up, potentially. Or I'd want to see maybe a 15-minute time frame PD ray get respected, like we could sweep all these out. There's this little tiny fair value gap here. Maybe we take a trade to the, I need to get rid of that. So this is going to be an unfilled 15. Yeah, so that's what, actually, you know what, that's what I'd want to see. Honestly, I'd want to see us sweep this low. If anything, sweep this low, leave an unfilled 15, and then I'd like us to leave that unfilled 15, which obviously we don't, so delete that. Respecting this 15-minute fair value gap here, that would have been the trade, actually, to be honest. That's unfortunate that I didn't even see that. No, it's not. Never mind. What am I talking about? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so trade idea invalid. What do I want to see now? I don't know. I'm actually a little clueless on what I want to see now. We're bearish, respecting that. We do have this hourly fair value gap that we are respecting, so we're kind of in the middle of a 50-50. Are we going to respect? What are we going to respect? What do we get disrespect? We do have this 15, so depending on how we respect this 15 is really going to tell me what's going on here. Okay, we left behind this 5. We have a 3 minute there, so we'd have to look for like a 1 minute in here. Which clearly we're getting respected, so we just inverse that. Probably going to inverse the hourly, and now we're going to be pushing to the upside here. Basically what, I don't really, yeah. No, wait for this 15 minute to close. $6.45. I actually am gonna wait. Yeah, okay, so perfect. The hourly closed. Close the hourly, leave behind this unfilled 15. Swept out the highs there. I'm gonna move. Swept out these highs here. Inside this balance here. I'd be open to some sort of shorting position. Relative equal lows with this 5 minute inverse fair value or 5 minute fair value gap. I don't see anything on the 3 minute yet, and we don't actually have anything on the 1 minute either. Is that a fair value gap? If we can inverse this, I'll take a stab at that. I don't think we're gonna get a trade, honestly. Yeah, I'm not trading. No trade. Yeah, no trade. I guess this was the move off that 15 minute right here. Sweep of these lows 15 and then a push higher. I just don't see a trade set up on that. I'd want to see, we're way too high in premium to look for longs. I don't know. Yeah, not ideal for me. So we'll move on to the next session. Alright, so coming to the next day, which is going to be Monday the 6th. Like I was saying, I want to see these highs be taken, so we are a bit more bullish on the daily, just because I want to see these guys get taken. 4 hour time frame, we are bullish. We disrespected this fair value gap. We have this one that we could be trading from, so we could be looking for a reversal almost, or like a reversal right away, or we could trade into this fair value gap here. Could definitely bite a little bit deeper into this range, so I'm kind of interested in something like that. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, I'm kind of I want to wait to see what we do here. Like, we inverse this, right? We just inverse this, but we are playing in a 4 hour fair value gap, so the 4 hour definitely has the higher time frame. Definitely has the 4 hour time frame definitely has more control, I guess, over the markets over the 1 hour. Just swept up these lows. We have this 4 hour that we're tapping into. We also just took these out as well. So longs, I'm open definitely to longing right now. We have been respecting the 15 minutes, so we may possibly trade to this 4 hours. So ideally, these are kind of the scenarios I want to see. Is that, or the opposite, we start just making our reversal from here. From this point here, this 4 hours. So I'm going to dive deeper. And we do have this unfilled 5-minute. We are trading in a 5-minute right now. I would like to see a bit more structure. Maybe us come down, take this low out, and then make the high. That's what I'm interested in. So I'll just let price kind of play its way out. If it runs up, it runs up. I'm not trading it. If it runs up, like we just tapped that 5-minute. That was my draw on liquidity. Perfect. Okay, so we tapped the 5-minute. I didn't want to take any trades because we just didn't have enough structure. But that's a bummer. Whoa. Why is it saying? Oh, never mind. Never mind. So what I want to see now, because we missed the first move, is I'd like to see this 15-minute close. And obviously it doesn't leave behind a fair value gap, but we have the 5-minute. So what do we got here? So we inverse the 5 minutes. So we've inversed the 5 minutes fair value gaps. We're now tapping into a 5-minute fair value gap and respecting it. I'm still open to longs because the main higher time frame target has not been hit, which is the highs up here. And we're respecting cleanly off this 4-hour fair value gap with a sweep of the low. So I don't hate longs. The only way I'll hate longs is if we disrespect 5-minute, which we did. So I'm going to wait for more structure to play out because I do think we're still going to go up, but we did inverse this fair value gap. I mean, we are tapping into this inversion. Like, you definitely could long this 3-minute, but I don't know. It just doesn't look ideal to me. And anyways, it wouldn't have worked out regardless. Or yeah, it would have. That's funny. Could have inversed this 3-minute, could have taken the 3-minute fair value gap right here. Totally could have taken this. I personally wouldn't, because your stop loss would be like literally down here. That is disgusting. I would not have taken that whatsoever. But probably would have ran off. And you would have been out of break even anyways, so that's why you don't take those stupid trades. Still think these are the big draw on liquidity. Alright, so we're on day number 3 now, and you can clearly tell we're still respecting this bullish fair value gap. And I'm so strong that these highs will get hit. Unless we have like an SMT with an ES, these highs should get hit. These highs should get hit. So, bullish, very bullish, very bullish on this time frame. We have a couple unfilled 4 hours. We have an unfilled 4 there. So I have 2 thought processes. Number 1 would be we trade down to one of these 4-hour fair value gaps, respect it, and then trade to the equal highs. Or we take the equal highs and then we trade down to these 4 hours. So either way, I want to see these 4 hours get hit one way or another. You can see we're respecting this 1-hour fair value gap here, taking out all these highs. So I have a good feeling most likely we're going to be looking for shorts, to be honest, before these highs get taken. Let's see if let's see what this 15-minute, let's see if the 15-minute opens, because I also am open to trading that as well, because we've seen lots of that. Reason why I'd be open to taking a trade off this 15 is because if you can see here, we're reacting off a 4-hour or a 1-hour fair value gap, and we're pushing higher, leave behind a 15, push higher, break structure, come back down, tap in. That's what we should be seeing. So I would be open if we can get a clean setup like that. Would be open to that too. Okay, tapped into it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop down time frames, take a look around, see what we can get. Is there any unfilled 5s? We do not have any unfilled 5s. Do we have any unfilled 3s? We have no unfilled 3s. So this won't be an A+ setup, but it can be a nice setup. Unless we decide to just start tanking, which looks like we kind of are. I want to make sure we don't inverse that. We have bummer. I'm just gonna sit and relax and wait, and I want to see if this 15-minute inverses it or not, which it doesn't look like it. Could take this. Could have taken this trade actually. Respecting 1 minute. I'm gonna jump in on this. And I know I'm just seeing this now, and I know, but we're respecting this 1 minute. Have this 1 minute inverse right here. You stop right there. Break even up here. And then we will target our regular 1 to 2. My higher time frame, like my drawn liquidity is higher. We have this huge wick here. We have these wicks here that we're getting respected. We have this 5 minute here I don't like, but if we trade up, we do have an unfilled 5 here, which I'd like to see be tapped into. Yeah, we're gonna jump in on this. I'm gonna jump in on this actually. Never mind, I'm not jumping on this because it's late in my session. Let's just see if it works out. Boom. Doesn't count though because it's not in session. Alright, let's see how far it runs. Look at that. Could have been one and done out of that trade, but not in session. So that's a bummer. Alright, we'll go to the next day. This is Wednesday, so we got 2 more trading days of the week. Alrighty. Looking at the daily time frame, we hit the draw. Called it. We hit the draw. I knew that was the draw. I knew that was going to be the higher draw at some point. So anyways, jumping down, we have this 4-hour unfilled fair value gap down here. Overall, we're fairly bullish. We are very bullish. We are respecting and reacting off of this 1-hour fair value gap right here, pushing up higher. I don't know if are we at all-time highs? That's a good question. Because if we are, yeah, we're bullish. So since we're all-time high, we're bullish. So we'll just be looking for a bullish setup. Jumping down to the 15-minute time frame. There is this 15-minute fair value gap here, which we could be. Ideally, I'd be like looking for a trade right now, honestly. And the trade that I'm looking for would just be respecting a fair value gap and pushing higher. Because we are, let's see if this works. So this is the problem that we have with this is the problem that I have with Trader Casa, is the fact that I can only do the one. Oh, we can do the 3 minute. Let's give this a go. Yeah, see what happened. See. So, not gonna lie, I would probably take this and give this a shot. I would not give this a shot because it's not in session. And you guys can see the trade would have worked out. Lovely. But it's not in session. So we've had 2 trades work out so far that are not in session. We've had 2 trades work out that are not in session. Maybe we just don't trade in session anymore. We're in session now. Just kind of ripping up. See if this 5 minute opens. 5 minute opens. We came down, tapped into the 5 minute. And I would, we're bullish. We inverse this. I'm gonna try this just because. So sweep of all this low here. 5 minute fair value gap being respected. 1 minute inverse fair value gap. Right there. Stop at the high and then go from here. So we've had one trade workout in session, one trade workout before session, one trade workout after session. So we'd be at stop at break even right now, and we would have been taken out at break even. And now we're just kind of consolidating. So this would be January 9th. And let's get to the last day. Testing is a lot more, it's a lot different than being in the live markets. So much different than being in the live markets. I actually don't like backtesting because my trades aren't the same. But we'll do this anyways because why not? Alright, so now we got the last day, which is Friday. And we'll take a look here. So obviously we're bullish because we're at all-time highs. So pretty much bullish. We have this 4-hour fair value gap right here with equal lows below. So definitely open to taking a short to that if we can possibly get it. We are bullish on the 1 hour, but we never did. Damn. Okay. So we're bullish on the 1 hour. We are respecting this fair value gap here. Ideally, honestly, I'd like to see us probably trade to this. Actually, I wouldn't want to take a short. I'd want to probably see us trade to these and then respect them and go from there. So that's what I'm open to. I'd like to see us have a bit more price action, trade down below. We are in that 1 hour fair value gap, so I do want to see how we react off that. We haven't left behind any 15s nor 5 minute fair value gap, so we don't really have much. We have relative equal highs above here. And I'm bullish, so I want to see us, ideally what would be really clean, sweep the lows, tap into that, come up, and then push up. That would be really clean, and that would be A+. Alright, so we're probably just going to open up the 5, unless we're bearish, and price just wants to keep tanking. What that is, a 4 hour, so we have a lot of time to respect that. The only thing is we have this 1 hour, so if we disrespect this 1 hour, then I'm going to, it's a 50-50 bias after that. So come on down, we have an unfilled 5 here now. And that's also a 5 minute there too. So that we have 2 unfilled 5 minutes. I mean, actually, not gonna lie, you could have taken this. I'm gonna take that, actually, not gonna lie. I'm gonna act like I took that because I technically it's so much harder, like quicker to miss the move. This is why I don't like this app, because of this reason, and also I jump ahead so quick. But I'll read you out the confluences here. So in session, we have swept out a lot of lows. We're in a 4 hour fair value gap. We have we have 2 unfilled 5 aboves, and we just inverse the 1 minute. So this does look ideal. Alright, so this would be TP1 hit at the 5 minute. Stop would be at break even. And boom. That would be take profit 2. So what I'll do here is this is going to be Friday, January 10th, and I'll just mark that down quickly. So there we go. That's what we've gotten so far. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no trade. Thursday, break even trade. Probably would have been 2 break even trades, but break even day. Friday, we took the win, one and done. That's what I do. So yeah, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh well, you went so many candles ahead of this, but it's like, but the move didn't. I literally entered right here. Like we just inversed the 1 minute. Like I had a confluence, so inverse the 1 minute. And I'm gonna add a screenshot section too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add a screenshot section for my backtesting journal. Screenshot that, and then what I'll do is I'll go like this and add it in there. Anyways, I'm going to do this, and I'll end the video here, though. So there we go. There's my results for the first full week of January backtesting of 2020, and I'm going to do this every single week. So I'll document it all, and I'll do this all the way up to current date. So it's going to take a long time. It's going to be a while, so lots of videos coming up for the future. But if you guys like these videos, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for future backtesting videos because, like I said, this will probably be out 3 times a week. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll be live trading in the Discord Monday to Friday, 6:20 a.m. to 8 a.m. PST. So if you guys want to join that, feel free. Link is in the description. 100% free. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.